Hi, greetings from Impulse Educational Institutions. I have Gagan Dinesh Shetty, who actually secured 99.54 percentile in JEE Mains 2025. So let's have a small interview with him. Hi Gagan.
Hello.
So how are you enjoying this achievement?
It feels good. I thought my life would change more, but it hasn't changed much. It feels good nonetheless.
So how did you first felt when you came to know about your score?
It was very overwhelming initially. I looked at it, then I looked at it again. I looked at it again. Okay, happens, done now.
99.54.
Yeah.
So did you really anticipated that?
Not really. It was I expected a little bit less. I thought I'd get around 99, maybe 98.5, but
Okay.
quite
Yeah. So let's get into some bio of yours. First of all, like where did you complete your schooling?
So I did my schooling in a small island called Bahrain. It's in the Gulf, near Saudi Arabia and few other countries. My parents worked there, so that's where I did my schooling.
Got it. Where did you complete your 10th?
It was in the same school. It's called Indian School of Bahrain. It's a CBSE board school, so normal government school only. Very large number of students there. That's in Bahrain itself.
Okay. So what is the rank that generally you used to secure while you were in 10th?
Around 30 to 40. Not very exceptional, but around 700, 500 students, 5 to 700 students.
Okay.
Not too good, but
so among 500 students, you used to secure somewhere around 30 and 40.
yeah, not the cream students,
Yeah.
as we say. Definitely not up here.
Definitely. Yeah. So do you know about JEE when you were in 10th?
I knew that it was an entrance for engineering, and I knew that it was supposed to be difficult.
Okay. So do you have any thoughts that you can crack it?
Not really. I just came with the intention of trying. And, turned out quite well.
So when you were in 10th, right? Like, do you expect that it is to be too hard, or like it might be medium that you can crack? Like, what is the zone that you place at JEE as?
No, it was very what do you call it? A very distant sort of target, a kind of a shot in the dark to see if you can do it, if I'm capable.
Okay.
And if it works out, it works out. If not, then life goes on. But
got it. So then you were like not confident like when you were in 10th.
No, absolutely not. No.
Perfect. So then in that case, like you got this confidence only after you joined intermediate.
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Got it. So can you explain like what was different in intermediate and that is not there in 10th? Because like you just mentioned, like you were confident while you were in intermediate, not in 10th, right? Like what actually changed?
It's like swimming in a swimming pool and swimming in an ocean. When you're swimming in a swimming pool and you look at an ocean, it's very daunting. It looks extremely scary. But once you go into the ocean, it's just water. There's no actual difference. But the depth of the subject is the biggest difference. That's what scares people away. That's what sort of makes the difference between 10th board and an entrance like JEE.
And what about faculty? Like the faculty in intermediate are like much more clear to you?
Yes, they have the depth of knowledge is Zameen Asman ka fark hai. It is a complete jump. The depth of knowledge which my lecturers had in 10th is like a slice of bread compared to an ocean.
Got it.
It's not even,
yeah. So at what point in intermediate, right? Like, do you get that confidence? For example, right? Like as soon as you complete 10th, as you already told, you are not confident.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like by the time you are writing the examination in JEE, I assume you thought that you can crack JEE, but maybe you are not anticipating 99.58.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, but at what point in intermediate, right? Like you got this confident, like yeah, JEE is like, I can crack it.
Wouldn't say I can just crack it. It was not that clear, but I would say around maybe 3 months into second year intermediate, I had the idea that okay, this is your capability. You're definitely capable of doing this much.
Got it.
Definitely not. Don't aim any less than that.
What made you to get that instant? Like I can do this. Like
it's just consistency. I think self-belief is one of the most underrated things in preparation. I think people lose confidence in themselves, and then it's all a downward spiral from there. If you maintain self-belief, a lot of things kind of fall, even though they have kind of fallen out of place, they fall back into place.
Got it.
You have to maintain consistency.
Overall, right? Like which subject do you like in intermediate?
I would say physics.
Physics, right?
Yeah, physics
it is like one of the interesting subjects, right?
Yeah.
Any lecturer that you like?
Venkat Reddy lecturer, he's a physics lecturer. He's really good. Very lot of knowledge and
You like
lot of
him much,
things
right?
to know.
Okay. So is it the same subject that you like in 10th class?
No, in 10th, I think I preferred maths in 10th,
Okay.
but it's not quite the same maths in intermediate and in 10th.
Okay, so what actually changed? Like, why did you change from maths to physics?
The intention of the 10th board exam is to kind of ask you what you have been told. Like if you listen a little bit in class, you will be able to answer those questions. The difference in intermediate is that they are testing what you don't know.
Okay.
They're trying to kind of stretch your knowledge. They're trying to, how much can you extract, like what you have been told and this is what we are asking you, how do you cover this gap with your experience of solving problems and so on and so forth.
Okay, now let's get into a good one. So what made you to choose Impulse?
I think much. It was, some of my friends told me that it was quite good and the lecturers are really good, and the personalization with which they knew their lecturers, like the way they told me about the lecturers, like, oh, he knows this about me, he knows this about me, he knows this about me, like he knows I'm good at this, I'm bad at this, he knows I don't study this, he knows everything. That really made me, I don't know, something made me gravitate towards Impulse. Also, the second thing is that they said even though our result may not have been as good, but the way they taught the topic was in a way that you will never miss anything. So if you have any prerequisites, for example, if you take friction, you have NLM kinematics, small example, then they make sure NLM and kinematics is absolutely solid first, and then they cover basically every single ground from ground 0 to ground 100. There's no gaps in your knowledge.
Okay. If I ask you, like, after you joined Impulse, right, like you have seen it like on the first hand, right, like what actually Impulse is. Now, what do you like about Impulse?
Coincidentally, it's quite the same thing. It's the lecturers do know me very personally. They know every student very personally. They know their strengths, their weaknesses, what they know, what they don't know. They also know the cunning things they do, all the naughty things they do. They know basically everything about you. So personalization, and as I said, the way they teach, the complete sort of picture they give you about the topic they're teaching.
How did you like Concept 360?
It was very good, especially the material, the way it's crafted to make sure you know everything relating to this topic, to make sure there's no gaps. It's very well done.
Good. So during your preparation, right, like were you stressed?
Yeah, obviously. I think everyone is stressed.
Now, how you handled it?
I didn't handle it. I tried to just distract myself with, okay, you're stressed now, but what are you going to do tomorrow? Tomorrow is your exam, or day after tomorrow, or in 6 months, or in 8 months. This is the long road ahead. What happens tomorrow or day after tomorrow doesn't matter. Just keep at it. Day will come. Maybe you'll be happy. Maybe you won't. But consistency is king always.
Got it. Now, one important question, right? Like, what is the kind of suggestions that you want to give to future aspirants of JEE?
I think two things. One is consistency. Practicing consistently, knowing I have done this, I'm doing it every day. And second thing is self-belief. Don't stop, even though you might be getting very less marks in your tests or whatever, or some other difficulties may come up, personal life difficulties. Never stop, never give up, and consistency. Keep going.
Got it. Thanks, Gagan.
Thank you.
Thanks for giving this interview.
Thank you.
Thank you.